readings. For if you have any questions or anything, just simply ask. Doing card readings as well. 1, 2, 3, or 4. You choose the stone, or you choose which card applies to you. Same thing with the reading. If you have yes or no questions, simply put them in the comments, and I'll try to get to them as fast as I possibly can. We can do anything from pendulums to tarot card readings to just simple psychic readings. And I'm going to try to get to you guys as fast as I possibly can. Hey, Sean. So if anybody has any questions, put them in the comments. I'm going to try to get to them as fast and best as I can. Amanda asked if she would ever see her brother again. Now, what do you want? Do you want pendulum? Do you want a tarot card? If you want a tarot card, pick 1 through 4. Four is in the positive. It does say yes. It's basically a crystal card, a sun card, star card. It will basically say yes in the affirmative. You do a lot of dreaming, or you do a lot of wishing or thinking on this person, and this person will eventually either manifest or come into light, and you should be able to see them at one point or another, or sometime soon. I hope it works out, Amanda. I really do. You can ask any question you want, as long as it's like a singular question, so that everybody else can get a turn. If you have a particular question, then I'll ask you a number. If you want a tarot card reading, if you want a pendulum answer, that's pretty much a yes and no. It's up to you. You ask the question. I'm just trying to be a median in myself. Thank you for the likes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Someone asked, will I find true love? What would you like to use that on? Would you like to go through a card? If you went through a card, put down a number. If you want a pendulum, let me know. I'm more than happy to help. See, the dreams thing makes sense, Amanda. The dreams things completely make sense with that last card. Maybe that's the only way that you're actually meant to see him, but I actually believe that this person, it's almost like you have seen him before, or like not seen him before, but are going to see him soon. Your guides have any messages for you? Absolutely. All day long. Our guides are there. We just got to find ways to talk to them, to understand them, to listen. Most people do it through meditation. But it's completely up to you and how you view your faith and your beliefs. Number 4. Okay. Now, of course, I'm using the Nightmare Before Christmas deck because it's my new deck. But this is the Two of Presents. It's basically like the Two of Pentacles. It's basically a relationship card. So you have to give me a little bit more on that, because that's kind of somewhat strange that comes up, and you're wanting to know. Hopefully it like reaches you some way. I can go farther if we need to go farther, but it's basically you need someone else to help you, to inspire you, to instead of being stagnant, instead of being flat. It always takes just the smallest encouragement from someone else, saying that you're doing a great job or something like that. Someone to always have your back and everything like that. Usually it buffers you. It sends out a lot of good energy your way. If you choose a tarot card, will they communicate through? They can, and sometimes they will go through psychics or mediums or anything like that. It all depends on what guides what you're looking for. If you're looking for answers to life and stuff like that, your guides are always giving subtle little hints and everything to encourage you to do what's best for you in this life. So that kind of thing, it can come through cards, it can come through psychics, it can go through anything. If you're having a hard time doing it, or a hard time communicating with them, the best way that I've found to do it is literally guided meditation, but not through one of those junky ones that you get on YouTube, because those are hard to follow. But I would suggest trying to find a group near you or something that can give you that kind of information, that can kind of like personally take you somewhere. It works really well for me. I have a friend from India, and he's much older. He's an old guru from India, and when he takes me through guided meditation, I absolutely love it. But I actually come out feeling like I've actually been to those places. It's weird how that can mess with your thought process. Nice. I don't have a dragon deck, but I do have a mythological deck. It has a lot of the dragons, princes, queens, Merlin, stuff like that, and mystics. Like I even have a fairy deck and stuff like that too. I have multiple decks. I just pretty much, the ones that call out to me, I definitely pick up. Definitely tell me about that. Tell me about the spiritual gifts. Tell me what little things have you picked up on? Like, do you get tingles? Do you get chills down your arm at certain points and certain times when you think about certain things? Stuff like that. Let me know. Yeah, the dragon deck, I definitely want it. I have been wanting a dragon deck for a minute. It's just, everywhere I look, it's the cheaper quality of cards and things like that. Like, I want high volume cards because I use my cards a lot. I do a lot of readings at the local shop, and I also do energy healing and things like that. So I would definitely love a dragon deck. So you rock, Amanda. You have something I definitely want. I was playing the piano and I had the feeling of what was your feeling? This person passing a day later. Passed. See, that person may be saying bye to you on the way out. Not necessarily that it's your guide. That could be that person saying goodbye on the way out. one second. I have a question for you. My culture is serious about dreams. Brother and I used to share. Were you a twin? Amanda, were you a twin? Was it a person that was near you or something? Because that's usually what it is. Whenever you get a feeling or something, or you just may be sensing it because you're gifted. There are different kinds of gifts. So you could be sensing either somebody on the way out, or you could be sensing anything along those lines. Tell me a little bit more info about like what you're sensing and stuff, especially when if you were to go into a room alone, or what are the first things that flash in your mind and you can't really make sense of them and stuff when you go to like a Walmart and stuff like that, when you're around people or graveyards? You want to know something? I actually know something that might actually work for you. This helped 4 people from when I went live on Instagram. I had several people hit me up that were having hard times being able to talk to their guides and everything. But I actually suggested this, and it actually worked. For one of them actually like left for 30 minutes and then came back like a half hour later and was like, "Oh my God, you were right," and stuff. It's weird. You know, whenever like Ghost Adventures or something like that uses the paranormal puck device. Basically, it switches off radio frequencies and so fast that we can't make anything out of it, but then all of a sudden it generates words and stuff like that. You know, your TikTok and everything else, that when you're flipping through like really quickly, words will come out. Like next thing you know, you've got full-on sentences that are just coming out like, "He told you to." Of course, they're in different voices and everything, but when you're flipping through really quickly, you never know what message you might actually get. Just flip through them really quick, and usually enough to hit one word or hear one word, and it works. You know what, Amanda? Here's the thing. Your brother and you are kind of linked, especially when you're saying what you're saying. What I get out of that is you have abilities too, but yours are kind of a different breed. Yours is more or less warnings. You're meant to kind of put your voice out there. Someone has to hear you, or maybe the right person will hear you. Someone has to hear you. And you're getting all these like visions, even though some of them are horrific, like war and Columbine and stuff like that. Even so, though some of them are horrific, maybe that's how they're trying to communicate through you, to use you as a microphone to the crowd, to be able to speak and communicate to others about what could be to come, or what warnings are happening that you need to hear. Hold on. I'm trying to get back to like someone can come to my mind. It's like as soon as I think of them, they pop up. Okay, do you have a lot of people that, when you say you haven't seen or you haven't talked to them in years, do they come like randomly? Are they like, I don't want to say attracted as in like a loving sense, but more or less like a lot of people do that, like exes, friends from the past and stuff. Hell, even people that swore up and down they hated you, and all of a sudden they mysteriously want to be your friend type thing. Do you get that a lot? Don't look at your comments. It isn't the comments that I was talking about. When I'm saying flip through the TikTok and stuff like that, I'm talking about putting on your regular feed, the little house, and then just start scrolling through, and eventually words will bleed out as you scroll through really quickly. And more than 99% of the time, they'll make sense, or it'll make like a message that you can piece together and go, holy crap, that actually hits me. Friends of a mutual friend. Maybe somebody, like, a lot of this stuff is vengeful. With the mutual friend type thing, I don't know, a lot of the stuff is vengeful. I just keep getting like a ton of vengeance. Friends of mutual friends. I don't know, I just keep getting a lot of vengeance on that. Sounds like an early warning system. Yes, it is. It's like an early warning system kind of thing. It isn't necessarily, I don't like to put words together like practice, because it's almost like for the Christians and stuff, Christians say the word, like, they have a different word for psychic or mediums or whatever. They call them prophets. But if you say the word psychic or something like that, you could immediately get shunned, or like make them angry and very volatile over just the simple way we word things. So when you say practice, basically you need to learn. You teach yourself. You build you strengthen your gift. And there's only ways that you can find. The only ways that you can best find that on yourself is educate, learn, try to ask questions to get answers, make yourself stronger in knowledge. That way, if anybody gives you a question and thinks you're full of crap, you know, and you know the reality and the truth of the situation. Yeah, but you also got to look at, when you say people are jumpy about that, I am not even joking. Wars have been started over that for millennia. I mean, most religious wars, even through the Crusades, they were saying God wills it, but yet millions were slaughtered in the name of that. And the funny thing is even if you look at the Bible and everything, it literally, there's the Bible, and then the Quran picks up literally right after, Jesus, when he was like 7 years old, and he left out of the Bible. Then all of a sudden the Quran picks up this young man that can do amazing miracles for about 5 or 6 years. And then in India, there are religions that pick up a young man in his early, really early 20s that could do amazing things. And then mysteriously, Jesus is back, and he's a full grown man, and he can do miracles and stuff like that. And then the Bible picks him back up again. So it's amazing to see how many religions actually, even though they hate each other and say each other are wrong in everything, they coincide so well. The word for God in the Greek mythology, Zeus. Same thing with Norse mythology, Odin. It's all in how we determine it. attention to how you feel. You were sitting down at the piano, which congrats on playing the piano, because that sucked when I was young. It could come through melodies and notes. I mean, like, if that's something you enjoy, just be more at peace in mind when you're doing such things. It's how you learn. Usually it's the first things that come across your mind, but some of us are like so busy with everything that's going on in our life that we don't pay attention. That's the reason why your first instinct, the first word that pops in your head when I say your ex, it could be fuck you. It could be something like that, but that first word is there is your unfiltered inner monologue, your guides and everything telling you exactly what's up, and they're trying to tell you the truth. But usually through our busyness of our day, through our life and everything, we get those feelings and those thoughts clouded, mixed, and then we start second guessing ourselves and everything like that, and then it just breaks it all down, and then it becomes impossible for us to hear the first word. So, like, find a way to learn how to, like, quiet your mind. Oh, yeah. Yeah. When you're being confused with witchcraft and stuff like that, honestly, I wish they would take away all the labels. If people took away the labels, honestly, we would be able to truly freely, like, believe what we want to believe, instead of labeling this person this and that and everything else. Yeah, like I said, it's all about terminology. One person can call it witchcraft. One person can be like, no, he's got the power of God. It's all in how one person determines it from the other, but it's all energy movement. Like when you're at a church and people put hands on you and then pray and they really wish or like really pray for some miracle to happen, for you to have a healing, energy healing and stuff like that. Reiki is the same thing. It's energy transference. It's removing the negative by flooding it with positive. And literally that's the reason why your hands generate heat and things like that. It's the same thing. Even if I was to put it as, for example, in a church, it'd be the same thing. People putting hands on you, they're praying for you, things like that, and then all of a sudden their hands start heating up. It's because that's energy transference, and that's how miracles happen. Reiki healing, energy healing, does the exact same thing. Use it to your best ability. What makes you happy? Like, when you learn, a lot of people, especially like if you watch a lot of YouTube videos and things, they'll tell you how to do this. They'll try to guide you through meditations and everything, but in reality, find out what works for you. What gives you the tingles? What gives you that butterflies in your stomach, like good feelings, where it just keeps raining down on you like cold chills down your back and everything. Things like that. That is how you know, like, you're going somewhere. You're learning something. When it all doesn't feel the same anymore, you start to feel enlightened. You start to feel better about your choices. Yep, like I said, it's all about terminology. We can call them gifts. We can call them. We can call talking to our guides channeling. I used to do a lot of psychic readings, and most people they they're so busy in mind. They're so worried about what's gonna happen that they forget to learn how to live. I had one woman who was coming to see me and two other psychics at the place where we worked. She was coming seeing us like 3 times a week. And I literally had to stop her and tell her, hey, listen, I'm not going to see you anymore. Because it comes to a point where you keep asking for all these answers. You're not hearing the answers that you want to hear. So you keep coming back thinking it's changed or you have done something to change it. So eventually you start listening to everything everyone else is saying and you start not living your life and not trying to learn or get your feelings for yourself on what's going on. Doing something. Do you like helping other people? Do you do you get really good feelings and stuff when you help somebody? Like if you only got $1 to your name and you actually give that $1 to a person that you know needs it, and even though it just totally made you broke and you need this and you need that, do you feel just amazing afterwards? Like do you feel amazing just talking to somebody that really needed help and you were able to be there for them? Yeah, I know. I was a preacher's kid. My dad, until I was 13, was the pastor of multiple denominations of churches. Foursquare, First Assembly of God, things like that. So yeah, I was the black sheep of the family. I was the black sheep of the family, and my dad gave me a choice when I was 13 to go my own path, and I immediately stopped going to church. Not because I hated it or anything, but because I didn't feel in my heart that was right. But that was my choice. Other people can choose. I don't hate anyone for choosing any faith or belief. I just love learning about other faiths and beliefs and everything. I don't try to throw them or spin them on my own beliefs or any kind of thing like that. I just love actually learning about what other people feel and what they have to say. Just don't know where to start. What is your birthday? No, I don't believe that sometimes not saying anything. Always speak your mind. People are going to hate you one way or another. They're going to love you one way or another. But the best thing to ever do and ever be is be your true self. Because otherwise you're hiding feelings that eventually will blow up, and sometimes they'll blow up on the wrong people at the wrong time. Which I can see if I look at you, I can see somebody that's like very sassy. Not that you are constantly like have I'm right all the time and everybody else is wrong type thing, but it's not like that at all. But it's just like when you know you're right though, you're willing to let people know that you know you're right in a sarcastic way. I actually believe that you have a little bit of you're highly sensitive. You're actually really highly sensitive. It's easy to communicate for you. I would say that you're on the cusp of like somewhat of close to being a Virgo. God, it's so easy for you to communicate to other people. Like if there was a fight between two people, you're the girl in the middle trying to tell the person that you care about just to walk away. You wear your heart on your sleeve. God, you get hurt really bad in relationships. Yeah, I really pick up that you get hurt in a lot of relationships, that you're always the one with the bleeding heart. Like, you never find the right one. You put everything into something, they put nothing in, or at least in a lot of the cases, that's really strong for you. Wow, you have been hurt quite a few times. You ever get to the point where you don't feel like you don't ever want to be with anyone? Like, I'm good on my own. And you're so guarded that you have so many shields up that, I'm sorry if I keep like looking off in the distance. It's just because I'm like hearing things from a little bit of something different, or I'm hearing things from my guides or whatever that may come through or something like that. I honestly say that single life is like, it's never a good thing. I mean, sometimes it is, but like, not for somebody that has a big heart, because they're in a way codependent. That's how you get pleasure, and I don't mean that kind of pleasure. You get pleasure out of helping other people, listening to other people, being there for other people, showing your heart, and you love the little things. I mean, like, the real little things mean the world to you. It could be as simple as, wow, this guy actually opened the door for me, or something like that. This guy actually looks at me. Instead of playing a video game, he turns off his phone type thing and just immediately wants to do something with me, or something you want to do type thing. So that's kind of the reason. What I'm getting at is there is a relationship coming your way. There is something serious coming very soon on your way. I keep hearing the word bitch. Almost like, but it's like in a loving way. It's not one of those like, it's like a loving, joking way, not a like, man, that's stupid bitch type. It isn't like that. It's more like, bitch, like, bitch, please. Like, you'll find somebody that's that will make you laugh and not cry, which is really important to you, because you would want that all day long. Somebody that doesn't make you cry. That stuff is coming, and it's coming real soon. Okay, when I say real soon, I'm talking like middle of January. Because right now, like, nobody's available. And that's just because the holidays are coming up. Everybody like mentally shuts down. And then all of a sudden they're reminded when they start going to all these holiday events and they're the only single person there when everybody else is married and have kids. Then they start realizing, oh shit, I'm really alone, and I really want somebody to sit next to me like my cousin is sitting next to their significant other and stuff like that. It starts beating you down and it gets you get very depressed. You've been going through a lot of depression too, and it isn't necessarily from the last relationship. It's just the fact that the motherfucker will leave you alone type thing. See, the worst part about all that is well, let's see, hold on. I gotta read a little bit of what you're saying first before I keep going. Stop. That is like the biggest mistake a woman can make. From a guy's perspective, the biggest mistake that a woman can make is, even though we just met, if I liked you and I simply said, hey, I would like to go on a date with you like tomorrow, if I was to say that to you, and then all of a sudden, like, your first instinct is, it'd be nice to, maybe talk to this person or whatever, but in the back of your mind, you're already going through all the fucking walls that you put up from the last guy, because the last guy hurt you so bad that you don't want that to ever happen again. So you have now made it the responsibility of this new guy who you just met, who has nothing in common with the guy that you last dated. You now make it his responsibility to tear down your walls that you put up because you were hurt. Don't ever do that. Just honestly, the best thing is knock them walls down and open yourself up more. If anything, the pain and the hurt, even though it does suck and people do get suicidal over it and stuff like that, the pain and the hurt, it does mentally make us stronger. We're prepared for more. Sometimes we're a little bit standoffish because we get to the point where we've been hurt so much that, honestly, if you're not ready for it, you're going to say, some guy's going to be like, hey girl, and you're going to be like, fuck you. I mean, like, it's really standoffish, but mentally, it could just wipe you out. Okay, so one of the better things you can do is, if you have any kind of holistic store or anything near you or whatever, no, this is not witchcraft or any kind of thing like that, go and get sweetgrass. It usually is braided or something like that. It's long pieces of like grass, not hay fever type straw or any kind of thing like that, but it has a lemony kind of smell to it. It just smells sweet. It smells like sugar type thing. Not when you burn it. Burn that in your house, and it does create a lot of clearer energy and a lot more positivity, and it removes a lot of negativity. Same thing with white sage, sacred sage, that kind of thing right there. I don't know what California does, but with all the fires that are constantly being burned in their fields of sage, it does wipe out a lot of negativity. So that's something that actually could help you, like in the future going on. Maybe I won't push him away, honestly. I'm scared to be hurt again. I feel it. I've been hurt, like, we all been hurt. And some of us, like, have been damaged beyond belief. But eventually, we work our way, or we work ourselves out of it. Friends, family, just do what you enjoy for a minute. Me, I never got the chance because I was always worried about, like, when I was dating somebody, I was always worried about, what did she want to do? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to eat and stuff like that? That I kind of lost myself in, hey, what do I want to do? So after my last relationship, I went to do stuff like I went to zoos, and all over the country. I don't know why it was zoos, but because I like the animals and everything like that, I guess. But I would go there and I would just get incredible peace of mind just by going and doing something that I enjoyed doing a long time ago, that I remember that I liked doing. And it works for a little while, but eventually you get tired of it. Like going to theme parks. You go to theme parks and you realize, just go by yourself, get the fast pass, jump to the head of the line, have fucking fun. That, you know, death defy roller coasters, or if you have a fear of heights, conquer that. Conquer some fear. And once you realize that you conquered one fear, you can move on to others. And then eventually that fear of being hurt again kind of feels kind of small. If you get what I mean. Yes. I do a lot of massage therapy and Reiki and stuff. I used to do it in an office until they got to the point where they were, out of every $100 that you made, they wanted 60. And it's kind of like that for hairdressers too. Like they have to pay for their booth. So they charge them like an appointment rate or a booth rental rate or something like that. And it got to the point where they were charging me out of every 100, $60. Or 60%, and that was my black cat. That wasn't a demon or something that just jumped across. I just looked and saw a black shadow, and I was like, nope, that's my kitten. Her name is Freya. Hi, babies. But yeah, smudging sage, I use a crap ton of that. Every time I do even a massage or an energy healing, I use a ton of sage, but I get the best stuff from Good Earth. I don't know if that company is like national or any kind of thing like that, but Good Earth, oh my god, they got the best stuff, the best crystals, the best stones, and that's just my opinion, but like, and they're cheap. Yes, smudge yourself, fan it, literally get it to the point where you're choking on smoke from it. You'll start probably hurting within the first, like, if there's a lot of stuff that's been done to you, a lot of people that have like backstabbed you proverbially, and things like that, and once you sage yourself like completely, you ever get that like pain feeling like in your back and stuff, like something's happened, or it's almost as if somebody like pulled a freaking knife out of your back just by simply saging yourself. So it definitely works, but I do it daily, and I always do it before readings. After the readings, I basically rinse my cards off in it. Same thing with sea salt. Something that's really, really good for you, if you're feeling a lot of negativity, a lot of depression, a lot of sadness, get kosher salt. Just from a grocery store, get Morton's kosher salt. And it's going to sound bad for your hair or whatever, but put it on your scalp. And just let the really hot water and stuff just melt the salt all down you and everything. Trust me, it really, really works. But it flushes the negativity of it, and you feel amazing afterwards. And it doesn't necessarily dry your skin out either. Yeah, but what kind of friends do you have that they're constantly hurting you like that? It's like, maybe you need to change up your friends. I totally get it now. Okay, hold on. Amanda, where'd you go? I have no hate in my heart toward them. No, don't hold any hate for anybody. even if somebody does me dirty or wrong or lies to me or whatever, I don't carry that with me. I mean, like, if you piss me off or whatever, and let's say you're a guy in a point of view or something, if you make me mad or whatever, take your ass whooping and go. Not a lot of people fuck with you after that, or mess with you after that. Like, eventually you just kind of have to be stronger than that person. Most of the time they're looking for things to push your buttons, just to see how far they can go. And 90% of the time they're hating on you because they're jealous of something that you have. Whether it's an energy gift, whether it's your car, your money, your job, your parents, and maybe they don't have parents. I mean, like, people, the more haters you have, the better you should be doing. It should motivate you. Take that and turn it into a positive, and be like, and even if they're sitting there saying, well, you ain't got no job, you ain't got this, I got a boyfriend, you don't, that's when you be like, all right, and then you can go get somebody that's 10 times better looking than what they have, and you just rub it in their face. Yeah, I'm seeing comments like, they're like this big. So it's really hard to see. But I'm trying to keep up with it. But I see you, Amanda. You are too forgiving. You keep people in your life that are not supposed to be there. Like, literally. Or you forgive too easily. But in reality, they just want something from you. Or, in your case, to steal something from you. Always have somebody to talk to. Love from a distance. Some people aren't deserving of that love because they don't even love themselves. They have a hard time sleeping at night. I mean, literally, they have a comment on everybody else's life, but if you look at them, they're doing about 1,000 times more shittier. So who are they to give advice? I think you're stronger than that. I know you're pretty much stronger than that. But you need to tell yourself that. You do not need affirmation or confirmation from guides or entities or whatever. You need to find that out for yourself. But you also need to have good people in your life that'll support you, that'll be there for you, that'll build you up as a person, mentally. So you can tear down some of the fucking walls so you can actually get a boyfriend that will treat you proper and right. Usually they're in the friend zone, by the way. So, just saying. Yeah. Forgive all the time. Don't hold it. Always forgive, but like, throw that stuff away, like never forget about it. Like, hey, this person burned you, toss it away. I mean, like, okay, I forgive you, but we're done. So you can go your way, and I'll go mine. So that way, cut your cords from it. That's the reason why a lot of people actually pay at energy and holistic shops and stuff. They pay for energy healing and cord cutting for that exact same reason. Yeah, and you also, you know, when you said that, I got a little flash. And the flash was, I could see a dark-haired girl getting in between two people, and at first she's kind of an outsider. She's kind of like, well, outside the circle or whatever, and these two people are going at it. And she chooses one of the people just specifically, not because she agrees with her, but she actually starts to defend her against this other person only because she felt protective. She felt defensive of that person. Not because they came to blows or any kind of thing like that, because they just said a word that triggered you. And you're the type of person to jump into that situation and defend sometimes the wrong person, when that person the whole entire time is the one that's been in the wrong. Wow. Okay. Have a good night, Amanda. I hope that you do see your brother. Oh, I totally get it. That's what also makes you a really good negotiator. Honestly, you know what the best job would be for you? Would be a therapist. That would be ideal job for you, is to be a therapist. Just because you can place yourself in those situations, feel what that other person is feeling. Sometimes you go a little too far, and you gotta learn how to turn that off. Definitely. I want you to, relationship-wise, pick a card. 1 through 4. Hey, even therapists have therapists. Hieroglyphic. Ooh. Well, that explains your whole world right there. Everything that I just said in that reading. Basically, potions in this deck is kind of like wands. Basically, it speaks a lot about your feelings and stuff. A lot of depression, a lot of sadness, and a lot of those things have been around a long time for you. You need somebody to fish you out. You need help. Like, I don't want to say that in a bad way, and I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean, like, you need somebody to confide in, because you don't have a lot of people that you can, like, speak your true heart, like what you really feel, like what really hurts you, because you're afraid it's going to get back to this person or that person, or somebody will judge you on it. See, now if it was in the negative or the reverse position, but this was actually this was in the positive, so that just screams depression, sadness, and a lot of stuff like that. If it was in the negative position or the reverse position, then it would be not even the exact opposite. This card actually means something totally different if it was in the reverse. If it was in the reverse, it's basically about job or about the home life or something like that, where objectives, this is not the time to do objectives by yourself. This is the time to basically sit back, collect ideas, make a plan on how to get things done. And that's if it was in reverse. But it has totally different meaning when it's in the positive. When it's in the positive, it actually reverts to faith, or mentally what you're going through, matters of the heart, sadness and stuff. Multiple cards usually follow this that confirm it. Usually, depending on what deck you're using, you probably pull a lot of Pentacle cards that come up with that. But in this deck particularly, wands or potions. That is exactly what this card is saying. That there's a lot of depression, there's a lot of sadness there. And you don't need to be feeling it. If you don't mind me asking, what state do you live in? Still feel alone. Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. Honestly, I kind of somewhat choose it. I live in a very small efficiency, tiny home that I built. It's basically one room big. And I did that because I had the perfect life, or at least I thought I had the perfect life. I had the girl, I had 2 kids, and I had a huge house and a brand new truck. I felt great. And then things happened in life where she just started taking advice from the wrong people, and then our relationship started going downhill because of it. And then I was like, you know what, I need to find myself again, because when I was dating her, she was the world. I would do anything and stop at anything just to make her happy, just to see her smile. So she got put on a pedestal, and then she got used to it, and then she believed that she belonged there. And now I can honestly say, here it is, almost 5 years later, she regrets every single moment of making horrible decisions, and she realized how good she had it. She dated a few assholes that just totally dug her into the dirt. And she's like, they just don't make them like you anymore, type thing. And I was like, well, 90% of the time, girls like you put us in the friend zone. And then you don't even find us attractive, because you like the bad boy types, or you like the guys that literally, they come off like Prince Charming in the beginning. But then about 6 months into relationship, the devils come out. Georgia. I actually got a friend that lives down in Georgia. Isn't that where all the down south good boys are? I'm from Indiana. I'm not trying to the Yankee is not trying to make fun of the down south people, because I always wanted a Southern belle, so I find that attractive. That's what I did, made someone my world. Yeah, but did you take care of them all the time? Did you pay all the bills? Literally thinking that was what was making them happy, and then you still came home to somebody, why ain't you done this? Why ain't you cooked? Why ain't you cleaned? A lot of people aren't, a relationship will never be 50-50. But I believe truly that you need to receive, and you need to have good communication, and you need to receive just as much as you put in. Because otherwise, then you get hostile. You start feeling rejected. You start getting all these feelings of anger and everything like that, resentment, jealousy. They all feed off those things. I'm sorry that happened to you. But we've all been there. I gave my ex the world. She told me she wanted to be a stay-at-home mother. And I said, well, then you can have that, whatever you want. But nowadays, to raise 2 kids and stuff like that in this kind of world, you need to work. It needs both parents basically doing 2 full-time, or both doing a full-time job to keep the lights on, to keep the house and everything going. So I guess she didn't like the fact that because she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, she wanted to raise the kids, she wanted everything, she didn't ever want to work. Well, that just means I had to work twice as hard. So I made sacrifices that I thought was for the betterment of my family and for her, and she didn't see it that way. She saw it as, even though I didn't have time to cheat or do anything like that, and I would have never thought about that in the first place. I didn't have time to do any of that stuff because I was working all the time so that I could give her everything she wanted. Of course, she got used to it, like I said, and then her taste started going up and up and up, and then it just got to the point where, why do you need that? Why do you need this? Just started to wear on me because I felt like I was never getting a break, never getting a day off, and then when I did get home, nothing was ever done. Like, no dishes, no nothing, and I don't expect that, but nothing was ever done, and I got OCD, so you can't do that. I gotta go clean. So I've been in that kind of situation where you give somebody everything, but I've learned from it, I've gotten better from it, and I am enjoying my life. I do have those lonely moments when you're sitting or laying in bed and stuff like that, and you wish you had somebody, like especially on cold nights and stuff, to literally just wrap your arms around you and stuff, and then you can fall asleep like a baby. I do miss those moments, and you're always going to have those like in between or instant moments where you feel like you need to have somebody there, or it'd be nice to have someone there. But it's all in how you look at it. Well, that's how we all feel. Like, you feel it for me, and I feel it for you when you say about your situation. Like, we've all been there. Some people, they cannot handle it. Some people, it destroys them from the inside out. But hey, we get stronger from it. We honestly learn from it. The only thing I don't do is I don't put up walls for the next person to have to fight through, because it's not their job to fight through it. They're not the same person. They did not have the same upbringing. So it's not their job to make you feel better about yourself when the other person made you feel like garbage. So just take that as a thought when you're thinking about other people. Okay. Oh, I gotta turn on my Facebook and my Instagram. Totally forgot to go on live on those. I refuse to allow it to destroy me. Yeah. Don't let shit destroy you. Don't ever let anything destroy you. Become stronger for it. Do you have any children? Do you want children? Nice. I could never. Three's a little too much for me, but I hit the. I don't know. I got 2 daughters. That's my jackpot. I'm happy with that. I don't need another boy. I don't need a boy or any kind of thing like that. I got 2 amazing daughters, and I'm good. 3, that'd be pushing a little bit rough. But at least my oldest daughter, she turned out like me, so it's all good. My oldest daughter is 17 now. She just recently turned 17. And my youngest is 7. So I did this smart. Free babysitter. But my daughters are both very enlightened, like highly enlightened. And just this new generation that's coming. A few of them are very, very, I hate to say the word woke or awoke, because it just gives bad vibes to everybody, but they're very, very enlightened, like as far as like they know energies around them, they can feel things. My youngest daughter is very, very perceptive. My oldest is highly intelligent. Like, I don't know where she got this from. I love to read. I love to educate myself, always. And she definitely didn't get it from her mother, so I don't understand. But she is so highly intelligent that I'm just gifted to be her dad. Birth control. Yeah, I guess that works. I was actually pushing my oldest daughter to work. I did not want her to become one of those girls that are just dependent on someone giving them their lifestyle or any kind of thing like that. I wanted her to be completely independent. It worked out for me. It worked out for the way I was raised, but when it comes to her, that's probably where her intelligence came, because she keeps teaching herself things over and over again, and she's an amazing artist. She can do amazing things from a photographic memory, to where she can watch literally one scene from an anime movie and draw the whole scene. It's quite amazing. But that's part of her gifts too, because when I told her, she has very vivid dreams, and I told her, take your dreams and what you can remember when you wake up and try to draw them, and she has some amazing dreams. But I'm very, very supportive of that. Now you yourself seem like 88. Let's see, 88. 88, you're what, 31? Is that right? That seems off. That seems off. 32? Oh, 33. Oh my gosh, I'm completely off. Not good at math. These are the books I read. I got the complete works of William Shakespeare that I'm already like 3/4 of the way through. Yeah, well, eventually you get to the point where you'll take anything. If anybody ever compliments you under 30, yeah, you eat that up. Like, oh, I thought you were 28. right. You're not seeing the gray. No, I haven't. Right now, I'm ancient Greek mythology. I'm halfway through that. Uh, gods, gods and pharaohs of the ancient Egyptian. I am all the way done with that. And like I said, I'm working through the complete works of William Shakespeare not because of Romeo and Juliet or anything like that, but because I've been always pulled into that kind of passion, that kind of reading and stuff like that. Those things, they call to me. Like, I, like you, am an empath, and I can also be very perceptive of people's feelings and energies that they put off and things that worry them, and I don't want anyone to ever feel like that. So I do what I can to help others. I get the most beneficial out of not working a 9-to-5 job, but actually doing things like even coming on here, meeting fresh new people, and starting a connection. And some people you can help, some people you can't. Some people need it. Some people just want to talk. Usually on my Facebook and Instagram, like I've been kind of focusing on TikTok right now, but with my Facebook and Instagram that's going up there, people have been blowing up the Instagram. They all have random questions. Everybody has questions, but you got to learn how to decipher those. Like, everybody does it differently, because if they're self-taught, they found their gifts through their own way. As far as you go, I know what you're feeling now. I know you feel sad, you feel alone, and it's going to get better. It's going to get better pretty soon. Right now, it's more important that you keep doing the same thing that you're doing. Support your kids. Be strong. Because things will change, but I'm thinking it's going to change around mid-January. I don't know why, but I keep seeing a grocery store, or some kind of store. It has shelves, products on the shelves, things like that. So I don't know if that's where you meet this person. I almost want to say like they're like a stock boy or something, like an older stock boy or something. I don't know. It's weird. Something about a red apron. Yeah. Okay. Question I meant to make. Is it just a dream I've always had? Ooh. Southern Charm Metalhead. The next Amy Lee. Okay. So what I get from that is it's hard for you to focus, but you would do really good as a writer, not necessarily a singer. God, what does that sound familiar? What movie is familiar with that? What was that one where they danced on the bar? Coyote Ugly. Yeah. You can sing. You can play an instrument. You know what words can reach people. Basically, you want to write songs about the pain that you felt and like hurt, loss, what it was once to be happy. It'd be amazing. Like, don't get me wrong. You can write the stuff, write music to it, write your own songs. Yeah, you've got a gift there. So write your songs, listen to yourself, put it out there. Definitely do that. Definitely put your songs out there. But I see it more or less you being a writer, or not a team of writers, but like you write songs that are good with like verbs and stuff, like just how it's worded, and you got good melodies. Now, of course, companies will pay for that, and you will hear your song one day on the radio type thing. Like you'll hear it from like this person or that person, kind of like Taylor Swift type stuff. But you'll hear it, but that's just, I think it's like as far as it goes. But you do become famous in your own right, and you actually can make side money on it. It just wouldn't be a complete focus, because your focus is elsewhere. Your focus is on your children and stuff, and they require a lot of attention. Even though you have an older kid, they still require a lot of attention. So it's freeing yourself up to have the time to do it, but you can sell it and do it and stuff like that on the side. If you ever had enough time, then sit there and write something down, shoot it 1,000,000 times, or not 1,000,000 times, shoot it 100 times on TikTok or whatever, or shoot your own little videos, shoot some kind of YouTube videos or whatever, and basically use that as your demo and put it out there and see what happens. I bet somebody bites, but it's going to take hours. It's going to take the time for you to put into work to get it through there. But I just don't hear, like right now or within the foreseeable future, within the next like 3 months, I don't hear that being like a possibility. I see it as a possibility a 1.5 to 2 years down the road. Like, it's when you're starting to become more and more freer, have more and more options. Record yourself multiple times. Nice. Yeah, but see, like, when people first come out in the music industry, one of my friends is Benjamin from Breaking Benjamin. When they first went out and everything, he had close to about like 150 songs. I'm not even joking. All the way from like the time he was like 15, all the way till when he was out of high school, from the time he was 15 to the time he was probably 20 years old, he had 150 songs that he wrote and he just kind of stocked up on. And then when they got signed, he had all the material he needed to just run through it. I would say the same thing. Don't stop. Don't stop at 2 and think that's good enough. And because those 2 songs to like a producer or something like that, they could be like, oh, that's shit. And then all of a sudden it's that 3rd song that all of a sudden they're like, oh my God, that really hits the heart. Like, we need this. So never give up. Like, always constantly feed it, and then move on to the next one and the next one, and always improve your craft. Yeah, I've lived all over the U.S. So because of my dad. So yeah, I've had many different artists. So I'm familiar with all of them. All right, Justin on Instagram. Give me a second. Am I gonna talk to my dad anymore? No. No, I can say that right away. That was an immediate no. Is he in jail? Or, yeah. Is he in jail? Because all I see is bars. Let me know. If you want a card reading or whatever, go through 1 through 4 and pick one, and then I'll pick it out for you, and then we'll go from there. But psychic-wise, no, I see him in jail, so let me know if he is. Okay. She wrote, can't fight the moonlight. Oh, yeah. Nice. See, the southern thing has its advantages. You can meet really great people there. Okay, yeah. What do you say? Yeah. Well, I immediately was like, no, and then I saw bars, so yeah, if he's there, yeah. Hold on a second. Oh my God, that's sad wise. What I get from that is, honestly, your dad's in a better place when he's in jail, because even when he's out, he doesn't treat you or your family very good at all. And the reason for that is he's integrated in it. He never really had respect for women either. Because I get a woman vibe. I get a woman feeling on that. Let me know if that resonates with you. I hope it does. All right, Facebook. Okay, gosh, there's a lot of Facebook. Oh my gosh. Give me 1 second. All right, give me a second, Jesse. Hold on 1 second. Jesse, I would totally say yes to that. Okay, I don't know if you like blondes, but the dude is gonna be blonde, and he's gonna have some like fire eyes, and I don't mean like fire. I mean like you're gonna be drawn in by his eyes. However, it might be fun for a time, but I believe the demons will come out. I like to use that terminology, as you know. Bad things could come out in him very quickly within the first like 2 months. It's like once you guys have been together, he starts looking at like, I don't know if it's your sister, your cousin, or whatever. He just wants to move on down the line. I think you're young, and if you want to get into a serious relationship soon, have a set of, I don't want to say credentials, but have some things, at least in your mind, that you know that you're going to want in the future, like, and hope and find out and ask them, get to know them enough to where you see if those things match up, and then when you start to hang out with them more and everything, you can start to relate to that and start to see that coming. Yeah, the TikTok one, it kind of died a little bit, but I'm grateful just for having the conversation, because then if a lot of people were messaging me like they are on Instagram and Facebook and stuff, it's very, very hard to see all the comments, because the comments are just flying by, so you can't have a conversation. And I believe that it was meant to be. We were meant to talk. We were meant to have this conversation. So hopefully in one way or another it helped you. And it felt good to me just to be able to talk to you and to have a connection with another person. So I appreciate you. Jason, is that a yes or no question, or do you want to go through 1 through 4 on the tarot cards? Write it down. Audrey, yes or no question, same thing, or the tarot cards. Pick 1 through 4 on the tarot cards and you'll find out. Awesome. Do not be a stranger. Add me. Like the video, of course. Add me, and I will follow you back, actually, because I want to check up on you. Oh yeah, definitely. Message me sometime. I definitely will want to check up on you and definitely want to make sure that you're doing okay. And it'd be awesome, like I said, to get to know another person, even if they are down south. Yes, Jason. That's immediate. No, that's the answer. Whatever question you had in your mind, or whatever you were asking, it was an immediate yes. Definitely. I actually think it's going to be happening in the whatever it is. I don't know your question, because you were very vague. I guess that you're a skeptic. But I would say what I get is something's gonna happen in the middle of December. And yes, as in, not only will you get that job, but not only will you get that job, but you actually going to talk your way up into like a management role. Make sure you can handle it though, because sometimes you're going to be stressed out. And Audrey did not message me back. Okay, I'm always... Oh, definitely. Hey, we may be like states away because I'm all the way in Indiana. Yeah, we don't really kind of freak out over 1 inch of snow up here. I'm always trying to surround myself around good people, and I have a huge... I do go to a lot of Comic Cons and stuff like that, and set up tents and stuff with other streamers, and I'm kind of new to the whole TikTok thing, like as in going to actually start using it for my own. But we're a close-knit group that actually tries to help a lot of people, and we try to help each other through many different means. But I definitely would love to hear from you. So I've heard. Okay, that's so small I gotta actually read it. Damn. Well, apparently I have surprised you. Have I made you no longer a skeptic? Oh, there's Audrey. The scry. Small yes. Small yes. I would honestly say it's hard to give you an answer on that one, because it's almost like you have like 12 questions and you weren't even decide. The reason it was so small on this is that you weren't even fully decided on that one question that you were asking. So when I say small yes, it's just because you have so many questions and it's overloading you. Well, up here we would love to have it snow at any point in time for 6 inches and actually stay on the ground. I lived in Salt Lake City, Utah, and the snow, yeah, that's the snow there. 7 a.m. there will be a foot of snow on the ground, and this is in Salt Lake City on the actual like mountain range side, because it was a suburb of Salt Lake City, which is Sandy City, is where I lived. It would be a foot of snow on the ground at 7 a.m. By 11 a.m. it's all melted and it starts raining. By 3, it is hot as can be. It is 75 degrees, warm, sunny, and then about 8 p.m. the temperature instantly drops, and then it starts getting like arctically cold and stuff like that, and that's on the regular there. That's not even seasonal. That's just daily. Salt Lake City is very weird. But people freak out there because they don't know what to expect from 1 hour to the next. So you're not the only ones that like freak out over, oh, black ice. Oh, don't know if it's going to be really, really slick. I think it's like 20 degrees or 21 degrees where I'm living, but I am nice and warm. I got candles, I got the floor heater, I got my heating unit on. I'm good. Toasty. Should be going to sleep, but I'm wide awake. I usually don't go to sleep till like 4 a.m. I think your name is Karen? Wow. Okay. What am I going to do if I do? What am I going to do if I... Okay. Give me a second. I gotta ground myself for a minute. I think it's your grandmother. Has she passed on? Because I get a distinct, recent, older image of an older woman, and she has passed on, and she okay. Oh my God, I hear Smeagol. She's saying precious, or she keeps saying the word precious. I don't know if that word means anything to you, Karen. I hope it does. But she says, listen, precious. Listen, precious. I love you and I'm here. So, I also keep saying, like, you keep finding, like, flower petals. Something about flower petals, like white flower petals. You either keep finding them or they just randomly show up through the wind and stuff like that, like when you're in a parking lot at a grocery store or whatever. Flower petals. That's her, basically. She's there, and she's just telling you and reassuring you and basically stating that she's there for you. She's really there for you. So I hope that helps. Let me know. Please don't say things like that. That's offensive. I do not want negative people in any of my rooms, so please don't be like that. Degrees outside. I'm almost frozen. 32 degrees is not frozen for me. It's alright, you're southern. You can fight it. You can fight it through. Yeah, if you ever need help, or anything like that, or something's bothering you or something, it may take me a little while, because I do help other people that make videos and stuff like that for social media and everything, and they are far bigger than me. But when I do have free time and stuff like that, I always check my inbox messages and stuff like that. So I will be looking out for you, and I hope you're going to be doing okay. Oh wow, really? You had to put that in big old bold print. Alright, you are an awesome individual. Yeah. Whenever... Well, I mean, it looked like rose petals to me, but if it's little white pieces of, like, paper that look like snowflakes or something or whatever, if you keep seeing these random... I just keep seeing, like, white... It looked like rose petals, little white flowers that are, like, that big. If you do keep seeing them, yeah, that's just confirmation on that. But it's awesome that I can pick out that word out of the millions of words I could have said. Okay, I'm going to refresh TikTok and I'm going to refresh Facebook because Facebook has literally stalled up. Oh, is it? Refuse to sing. Yes, that would be a good freaking tat with a great meaning. Do not sink. I hope to hear from you. Alright, I will talk to you later, TikTok and Facebook. Maybe.